9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. My name is Daljit. Welcome to the show. Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Yes, City versus Liverpool final, Champions League. I don't know yet, man. It could be a Real Madrid. It's very hard to say. The Champions League semi-finals can throw up a lot of surprises. I think, as we all saw, I don't know if you guys watched the match. There were two fantastic matches last night. One was over in Bournemouth and Forest. And then we had the Champions League as well, Liverpool and Villarreal. I thought Villarreal played an outstanding game in the first half. Liverpool, nothing in the tactical plan that Liverpool had set out was working in the first half, even according to Jurgen Klopp. Right? In some reports, he actually turned to his assistant manager at halftime and asked him, "Can you go check the video during the match? Can you go check the video and see how many times they followed my tactical instructions?" The assistant came back and said, "No, they didn't follow your tactical instructions once." So second half, they started to play into the half spaces where there was room for their players to take advantage, right? And that's one, the insertion of Luis Diaz has such a big impact in the game. And yeah, I think that was a fascinating game. I thought it was. Look, players are sometimes just not going to listen to you, right? And that happens in the game of Football Manager too. And that's one of the reasons why I love the unpredictability in the game. Yeah, sometimes you don't see it happening and you go like, why aren't they following my instructions? And then sometimes they follow your instructions to the T and you go like, wow, that's a beautiful move. And then you watch a real game and the same thing happens. Yeah, just one of those things. Yes, today, guys, we are doing Bring Your Tactics. Villarreal, Real Energy in the first half. Yep, exactly. I think you have to, when you're going to play the high press, play these kind of aggressive systems. In terms of Football Manager itself, you literally have to have like 3 weeks of bootcamp training. I found that out. If you want to play these kind of high intensity games, bootcamp training I have a schedule in my training schedule, right? I have a schedule in the Dropbox folder, right? If you guys are familiar with where it is, you'll find my training schedule there with the bootcamp. Now, especially for my Palermo save where I have a small squad, what I ended up doing was 4 weeks of bootcamp training, right? I stopped bootcamp 1 week before the first game, and that's when I went to my my balanced training schedule for 1 week only, and then I did that, and then I went back to the balanced training schedule, but I did it until they gained tactical familiarity, and then I switched to complete training. And then I found that towards the end of the season, my players lasted longer. In that season, when I only had a bench of about 5 players, which is really important. The only reason why we didn't, if you had won a few more games, it would have been a different story. I find that in Football Manager, there is a payoff for you to be fitter, because towards the end of the last 10 minutes, that's when you want to hit. And if you do that, you're gonna have high rewards, man. Actually, Rulli is not a bad keeper. I don't think there was one save he did with his leg. I don't know if you guys noticed it, right? He was completely out of. Yeah, he did his best. The way Liverpool was playing yesterday, they were just attacking the half spaces. Look at Luis Diaz's goal, right? We can't just blame the keeper, because the keeper, you've seen great keepers also get undone and they make a couple of mistakes. Yeah, the ball went through his legs, but Fabinho's shot was a rocket. And he was trying to cover the near post and his stance was okay. Maybe it wasn't perfect, but that shot came like a bullet. You can see he was trying to close his legs, but he couldn't do it in time. So yeah, and no one. How many of you expected Fabinho to shoot? Very few people expected Fabinho to shoot. So yeah, he went for it. Yeah. In fact, that's what Villarreal was trying to do. They were trying to exploit the space that the wingbacks left behind. Trent Alexander-Arnold was out of position a few times. I allude to that when I do my latest video, right? How to avoid the high press. There is a method that some sides employ to avoid the high press, and they actually want that high press to come, because the moment the high press comes, they can trigger a counter. And they played really well. They were attacking the spaces. They were using the spaces really well. And don't forget another thing as well. Did you notice that the pitch was heavily watered down in the first half? In the second half, it wasn't so bad, but the first half was terrible. I mean, puddles of water everywhere. So it didn't suit Liverpool's slick on the ground kind of passing style, and Villarreal took advantage of that. Yeah, so there are a lot of factors here, right? So I think Villarreal had a fantastic game. I completely expected them to make it really difficult. I did say it. When people ask me about the Villarreal match, what my first word was, Villarreal is going to find it tough to score away from home. But at home, they're dangerous. They're good for 2 goals. 1.67 is their XG at home. So they do create chances at home, and a lot of teams have taken that for granted, and they paid the price. And Liverpool was about to pay the price until they started listening to Jurgen Klopp in the second half. And I must say, it was a fantastic game, man. It was a fantastic game. I enjoyed it. I mean, so was the Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest match. I'm so gutted for Forest. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to go through the tactics really quickly because I am hoping to meet up with a couple of other guys later. Because I need to do some preparation work. If SNG is around, I'm going to send SNG a message as well, man. If he's available. Let me see. Hold on, I have to send him a message. Okay, sent him a message. All right, let's check out your tactics. Okay, we've got a few tactics here today. We're going to use the total tactics database, but I've holiday mode the rest of the managers. We're only on the balance league at the moment, so this is the league we're in. So we're going to try out the tactics in this league. So the first tactic we got is Backbiter. I think one of you sent it in. I don't know who, can't really tell from here. Backbiter Jahid. Okay, we'll start with this tactic. One is easier. Okay, so we're gonna play this, and then I will look. Okay, basically looking at this, I don't see anything wrong with it. Maybe you want to keep the ball a bit more effectively, use fullbacks. Wingbacks, flexible system. I mean, generally you want these fullbacks to take some chances, but you got wingbacks. It's not a bad setup. There's nothing wrong with wingbacks. If they can keep the ball, they can keep the. If they can move the ball up the pitch, it's always I suddenly forgot how to do all this. It's not a bad option. Yeah, it's always a very good option. Yeah, it was. You're an Arsenal fan, Chopper. I feel for Arsenal, man, at the moment. I think Arsenal heading in the right direction. I feel for Everton, man. They're heading in the wrong direction. I just hope Everton isn't the team that goes down. I'm very sad to see Everton, Burnley, and Leeds. All 3 teams there. I mean, Everton and Leeds, I like the 2 clubs. Burnley is the one that I won't miss, but it's not going to be easy. All right, so let's see if you have any PIs. No, you got no PIs. All right, okay. There's nothing wrong with not having PIs, but this is a bit dangerous. This direct passes from here, and this direct passes from here. I'm not a big fan of this because you're going to lose the ball in transit, because this is a dangerous place for you to try that out unless your players are exceptionally good at keeping the ball. So let's play this game very quickly, and then we'll see what the instructions are like. We'll want to see the transitions and see how this plays out, and watch it on 2D as well. Okay, all right, we'll speed things up. This is a bit too slow. Okay, you got the ball. See the wingbacks positioning when you had the ball, it's pretty high, right? So this is what happens when you have a wingback. Goes up again, there you go. There's a space here. That's fine. This is why I say the direct passes it's not a bad idea, but you have to have a very good player to do this, because that's going to be counted as a direct pass. This is a longer pass, and if you play with pass into space, then it's going to go in front of the player, not to the player. Something to bear in mind whenever you create these kind of tactics. Overall, play our defense, keeping it short. Okay, here keeps it short. Now he goes off, right? Because he's a wingback, he does this. He does this pass into the channel here. So it's good if you have those kind of players who can aggressively move up the pitch. So I'm not saying this is a bad tactic. It can work, but you gotta be very, very selective about your players, right? So now notice the direct pass, right? Going to the DLP, it's fine, but do you need it? Do you need it? That's all. All right, this is not too bad again. Okay, there are things that you can do with this kind of tactics, right? This kind of setups, very straightforward. 4-3-1-2 is my favorite formation. I play this inside out. I mean, I play this a lot. Okay, so this, okay, you can do this as well. What this does is your players are going to take wider positions, right? When they take wider positions, okay, they're all slightly wider, but because you got this pocket of 3, you actually have a pretty, all these players in the center, they're going to come a bit closer together when you want to do the transition. It actually opens up the space, and it will actually open up the half channel spaces. Yeah, because those 3 are coming together, right? Okay, you're further apart, right? So those 3, whenever the ball is in the center, they will navigate, they will drift around, keeping the ball. Because you have direct passes and you got wing backs, it's a good idea sometimes to employ this. It's going to make it more interesting, because now you're going to have these direct attacks through the middle, because you have those 3 players right now, right? They're working together as a unit. Your wing backs are stressing the pitch. If the ball gets, if somebody has the notion of playing it down the line or exploiting the space, they can. Especially if these wing backs who love to get into opposition area, they want to score goals, you can exploit. Yeah, you can exploit it with this particular instruction. Overall, nothing too terrible about the tactic. Other thing you can do with this tactic is actually do this, tackle harder. But I mean, I'm not too convinced with this instruction. You should just leave it on standard and just give him tackle harder. A Carrello is basically a shuttler. That's it. He's looking to pass the ball to someone, and they don't do a lot of. I mean, you want to do direct passes down the line, you do it with the wing backs. These guys, okay. You want to try something more risky, you can do it like this. And then what you can do, you got target for it, right? Okay, that's not too bad. AP, yeah, this is okay. This is not a bad setup. Yeah. Notice I didn't change your other team instructions, right? We didn't go for things like the usual suspects, right? Counter press, counter. I haven't touched any of that. Okay, what if you wanted to keep the ball really well through the transitions? That's when you use the fullbacks. Because the fullbacks will be here instead of here. So that one stop, right? They are in a position to receive the pass. So the wingback goes up. He's very aggressive. He went up first. Oh, it's a penalty. Bremer has given up a penalty. Okay, so we're gonna change this role now to our fullback on attack now. So we push him up higher up the pitch. We'll tell him to take more risks. We'll tell him to, do we want him to dribble more? No, dribble less, so he looks inside for the pass. We'll tell him to go to the byline. Okay. You can do this with the fullback as well. So he becomes a bit more, he's a slightly different, becomes a slightly different, I don't understand why you have Mark Tighter though. Okay, if your players are good enough, yeah, fine. Let's look at the D-line. I haven't seen a D-line though. Yeah, this is what I thought. Okay, have it a bit higher, standard. This is the reason why we're getting caught with those balls. Okay, your fullbacks are being told to be closer to the midfielders, opening this. I know why you've done this. You want a pocket of space. You want to cover that pocket of space. You don't need to. Right? If you have a player here who's got D duty, what you can do is you can actually control that by doing this counter press. Remove the counter press. So what I'm going to do now, yeah, I'm going to remove get stuck in as well. Just going to ask them to be a bit more aggressive higher up the pitch. So we got fullbacks on attack now, right? Instead of wingbacks. The Carrello is fine. He goes in the half space. Look at this guy. He's gone all the way up here to close down. To Mark Tighter. Okay. I want to keep the ball against the 4-2-3-1. I like to play a more controlled game with a 4-3-1 too. But there are different people have different ways of playing the game. I see the fullback. He's going to go. He beats the resistance. He cuts inside. Plays it back. Now, a wingback won't do that. A wingback is going to take them on. So this is like, you know, you want to do something like this, then you have to have the players to pull it off. But it can be quite fun. Okay, let's tweak this one more. This AAP, TF. Okay, we're just going to leave him as a box-to-box, right? We're not going to play Carrello. We're just going to do 2 guys coming up with a fullback at the same time. Because you have a Carriello is not a bad option, but he gotta be a good team to pull off that kind of thing, because the Carriello is gonna open up the gaps for other formations to take advantage of. So if you want to play like Mazzala and Carriello, yes, it's nice, it's great, but it's a very much not a focus play through the middle instruction. So let's remove this. You can even do this. Focus play on the flanks now. So what happens is the central midfielders now shift to the side where the fullback is to give him support. We haven't adjusted your tactical instructions yet. Yeah, they can. I normally will do it with, in certain setups, I have marked tighter on fullbacks, yeah. But I only do mark tighter on fullbacks in certain setups, yeah. Because I want them to win the second ball, so I have pressure going on. So if you don't have that kind of advanced, like forward press, you know, like you're not doing a forward press, don't mark tighter with your fullbacks. So just now what you did was this, right? This is what your instructions are. You want to play like this. You want to play like this, right? Standard and higher line, right? Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this up. I don't want it to be too big. Then we come in here and I'll remove this instruction. Remove the mark tighter instruction. Anybody who's going to be doing all that are these guys, right? So if you want to, you can get those guys to do the, like, you know, I want them to press and whatever, or close players down, so that they try and put pressure on the opponents, and then you have players trying to win the second ball. No, he's going to go and he's going to say, no, I can't do anything with the ball. He's not going to do something stupid with the ball. See? That's how I get out of high. You want to get out of tight press against a high pressure system. That's what you do. So I'm using all these movements and we're getting a lot of very nice transitions. They're pressing us high up the pitch, but we're escaping the press and we're creating chances. They're very unlucky not to get the goal, man. So it's simple, right? There's no like funky super press. You want to see something interesting? I don't have enough time. Now I'm playing negative press, hold the position, get the ball, pump it. That's another way to play with a 4-3-1-2. See what they've done? They're still keeping the lines, but they're not giving up the space so easily. And then we're trying that long ball forward. If I were to do that, right? If I were to do that, this player goes on attack. I wouldn't do it the way I just did it, right? I mean, I would definitely play him on attack. Yeah. That way I don't have that one fella coming back, you know. And then one guy gets the ball and then he becomes like, oh my god, what am I doing? I need support. No. That's a different strategy. Yeah. 4-3-1-2, there's so many ways of setting it up, playing it and tweaking it while you're playing the game. That's just a few of the things that you can do. Oh, we got Liverpool next, man. This is crazy. Hey, Stinger! How's the man? Thanks for popping in. I enjoyed your stream just now, man. Messina over Barcelona. That was a damn good game. Okay, so we're done this tactic. We'll clear this tactic. Thank you very much for coming today. We've got, what have we got? We got backbiter. Let's try this backbiter tactic. Okay. All right, I have no clue what this tactic is going to do. Just play the game against Liverpool and figure it out, man. Hey, how is Luis Diaz and Mane as F9? Very good, man. F9, Sadio Mane. Luis Diaz also plays as an F9. Luis Diaz is playing as an inverted winger on attack. Yeah. Okay, so in the case of when Liverpool was playing the game, because every time he actually would sometimes hold up the ball, right? And sometimes you cut inside and then he will attack the space. Something like what an inverted winger does. And he was looking for options and then sometimes looking to release other players and sometimes he's going for goals. So very much like an inverted winger on attack. But he was hugging the line so well yesterday. So impressed with him. Okay, so we've got all these players. Inside forward, inverted winger, CF on attack, Meza. It is a very nice tactic, man. DLP, DM. Why are you sending this to me? This is what I call a show-off tactic. Because this tactic is beautiful. It works very nicely. Because you got DRP holding the position, got Mazala attacking the space, the half space. This only thing here I would do with this tactic, right, is I would play with, again, the focus, play to the middle, go wider, kind of thing, set up. Because this is made for attacking the, using the half space. Okay, so let's just watch the highlights for a while. Then after that, I'll make the changes. Shit, Liverpool already scored. Remember, we're just using this in our total tactics, what's it called? The total tactics save, where we got a whole bunch of different teams so that we can try it with, right? So all different styles. If you want to test out your tactics, you want to see whether your tactic is any decent against the AI, use it here. Then you'll find out whether your tactic is a good tactic for home matches, whether your tactic is good for whether your tactic is any decent against the top sides and whatever. We've got 4 different kinds of league setups that we created for you guys. So all you have to do is just download the save and you're off, man. You can try your tactics out. Of course, we're in the balanced league right now because I wanted a league that's I wanted to choose a league that is at least close to normal leagues in the world, where you've got 2 favorites, maybe 3 guys who are going down, and the rest of them are chasing the top of the table. Okay, all right. So looking at the, okay, so far it looks okay. I mean, I don't see too much wrong with this tactic. I mean, unfortunately, you're playing against a team that is a lot better, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something different. Okay, lower line engagement, use outside trap. I hate this combination. So I'm just going to do use remove the outside trap. Get stuck in, fine. Okay, higher defensive line. Okay, telling my defenders to go up the pitch. Never mind, drop. Yeah, I draw the standard defensive line. Playing against Liverpool, right? So they're going to come down the flanks. Let's give them the flanks. Okay, then hit early cross. We're gonna mix it up so that we can hit one over the top. All right. The other thing I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna remove the counter press. Just leave the counter on. Why? You don't always want to counter press. These guys go forward, open up the space that the AI can take advantage of. You see this number of spot duties here. There's no anchor, right? So, all right. Okay. Now what are we gonna do? We're gonna go wide and focus play to the middle. Tell the boys to keep the ball. All right. So what this does is these 3 players will come closer together. Whenever the ball is in the center of the pitch, they will come together closer. They will come closer to give you options. What does that do? Opens up the space in the half spaces. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work with this team, but yeah, that's the whole team. That's before the changes. Okay, it's got nothing to do with me. Looking for excuses early, man. All right, Mario Rui brings the ball forward. All right, Fabian Insignia. See the half space opens up. The very first highlight is our highlight. Look at the amount of space he's getting. Bang, we get our equalizer. This is how you use focus play. Because focus play is essentially an instruction that tells your team to come closer in one area of the pitch. Now, naturally, it will affect passing in the area because your the ball goes there, the players are going to be closer, right? Okay. But when you go wide, the half spaces open up with focus play through the middle. Conversely, the reverse is also true when you focus play down the flanks. We can jazz this up a bit more. How am I going to jazz this up? Okay, I'm thinking right now. I don't know how much more I can jazz it. What I'm going to do next is very, very risky. It's called underlaps. I don't know whether I should. But underlaps is going to hold up that ball for a split second on the flanks. And it might not be a good idea. But we managed to get the equalizer, man. Of course, Liverpool is not attacking us, right? Because we have decided to tell Liverpool come and attack us. Right? So far we haven't given up too much space. What I'm looking for is the one more instruction, whether I should go low, negative press. So we're keeping the ball. See how the players, when they have the ball, when the ball goes to this guy, right, there will be options. Okay, nice. Keeps the ball. Nice. Okay, there we go. See the spaces now opening up over here? Okay. Oh man, that was a good move, but get there. No. Oh, misses it. Okay, alright. Let's try something funky. Okay, let's try something funky. Inverted winger here, Mazzala here. Okay, let's do something different with you. Hold up the ball. Yeah, hold up the ball, go more direct. Cross from deep. Okay, done. Okay, so he's gonna hold up the ball when we come down this way, right? And he's gonna wing the ball. I'm hoping that he just does one diagonal over here. Okay, gonna. Yeah, it's a bit risky, but it'll be fun if it comes off, man. I don't know if it's gonna come off, man. I feel like my son now biting my lip. Like, okay, I don't know if it's gonna happen, Daddy. I just try it, man. You never know until you try. Okay. Oh yeah, baby. So this is what I always say. If you have made a change and you can score a goal, it's always because of your change. Alright. Yeah, not bad. We scored a goal. Napoli were 1-0 down Liverpool and we made it 2-1. This tactic is not turning into quite a beast. Okay, can I save it? Hold on, hang on. I want to save this tactic. Okay, for myself. Okay. Backbiter. After I tweaked it, right? Because quite funky. 4-3-3 draft mode. Naturally, I'm going to change all the set pieces because I only like my set pieces. Yeah, this is your tactic, man. I just tweaked it. Give you more options. Oh, yeah, you go. Nice. Oh, no. Good work. Okay, let's do something else. Okay, let's try something. Okay, this is left field. Okay, this is very left field. Okay. Keep it lower. No more get stuck in. Okay. Yeah, I need to do major changes. Hold on. Major changes now. Okay. Pass. Shoot less often. Right. Shoot less often. Okay. Alright. I'm just reducing it. I just wanted to keep the ball. Okay, you shoot less often. I want the ball to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and release. Okay, this might work. Okay. This might work. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but this is damn risky, man. Do I try this? Okay, now I don't know, man. There's too many tweaks you just made to the tactic. Your tactic as a whole is good, okay? Alright? The tactic as a whole is good. I'm just making a few more tweaks. The Rambler, the Gambler, and the Backbiter. Okay, now honestly, if they can keep the ball. Okay, dang, one touch passing. Ah, shit, he couldn't do it. He held up the ball and got almost paid the price. That's the reason why I went to hold up the ball. He doesn't seem to have the capacity to hold up the ball. Okay. I think I need to look at this player first. No wonder he's bloody useless. Stuart Dallas, you also a bloody lightweight. Matteo Politano, another lightweight. What the hell is wrong with this team? What the hell? All of them are lightweights. Not one of them is a beast. Man, we need a beast, man. Okay, what we're gonna do is I want to put Muriel there. Okay, Muriel, you go. I've never played as a Everton winger in my life. I don't care. Go there. Okay, he's just funking it up, man. We don't know if this is gonna work, but hey, we're gonna try and find out. Nice. Okay, come on, let's see the passing. Now you can keep the ball, You're not like a bloody lightweight. Okay, all right, go. Yeah, come Liverpool, come to my press. Come to my press. Come to my press, Liverpool. Come. Press me. Press me. Lozano, you bloody useless piece of shit. I'm just having fun now. All right, we don't want to counter press. Counter press out. Okay, we're gonna change you to a trequartista. Okay, all right. Because then you drop deep, and then you also bust the gut. Oh man, sorry, yeah. Yeah. let's go. Ospi. Oh, we want Ospina to be a super keeper as well. Don't be ambitious, man. Okay. I'm just having fun with this tactic. We know the basics already, right? So we wanna go let Liverpool come at us. Of course, now we have a slight problem. He's got a lot of these instructions all over the place. Go, Muriel, yeah, baby, you held up the ball, sweet. Yeah. Oh yeah, penalty. You bloody sick. You know, numbnuts. You missed. I never said penalty taker. So look at that passing, man. Okay, all right. We should have won this game. We should have been away, you know, like escape. I mean, yeah, you have to do something for your throw-ins, man. Yeah, defend. Why are you here? Put you here. Okay. You can't defend to save your life. Okay. All right. Okay, never mind. Go. Osimhen. Okay, goes back. Koulibaly. Koulibaly finds the wing back. Ooh. Nice block. Really conceded from a set piece, huh? If you notice. Every time they get a throw, it's like a chance for them to score a goal. Okay, now we got this play here. That's good. Okay. You can do stay wider, but then you have to. You can't. The guy won't be able to hold up the ball. Yeah. I wanted that role to hold up the ball. I want to release the right side. I want to release this side. So let's try another. Right. Let's try another. Okay, inside forward attack. Okay. Wow, good save. That's not a bad tactic, but you got a lot of options, man. That's not how I set up the throws. I don't know how it ended up like that. Yeah, maybe when I got a file, right? Maybe it was just throw-ins is just messed up. I don't know, man. But yeah, this is what you can do with a 4-3-3. So many options. You can play in so many different ways. Yeah. Look at that. Keep the ball. We work out the high press. Oh man, why do you run there, you numbnuts? Because I'm a trequartista. That's why. Alright, second tactic done. Okay, let's look at the next tactic. Okay, we got holiday mode all the way to the next match. You think SI will ever make it so the players don't move and load set pieces? They have to make, I don't know, man. I keep screaming at SI to give us a set piece creator that is player specific, not position specific. They make our, because when we set our set pieces up, it's player specific, right? Sorry, position specific, not player specific. So whenever we bring on a new player, we substitute. Because sometimes I mean, most people when they set our set pieces in real life, it's more like, we want you to be in this position, we want you to be in that position because of the skill set that he brings to the table. Alright, backbiter is done. Okay, we're done. We have to do our cautious again. Whose tactic is this? I have no idea. Wingback. Oh, this is. Or if you want to do ball playing on stopper, you might as well go libero, man. But then if you play libero, these two roles, CM on support. Don't play a playmaker. I don't mind playmakers in front of libero, but then you're asking for pressure, right? So this is a pressure quadrant. Cautious. Okay, I'm not a big fan of cautious. I mean, if you want to play cautious mentality, it's because you're not willing to take a lot of risks with the ball. Generally, I would say that is not a good starting mentality. It's a very safe mentality. You won't take many risks with the ball. You won't see players running. You won't see them overcommitting. Okay, there we go. Bang. Ooh, this is not good, man. You didn't stop the transition anywhere. I'm looking for you to stop the attack somewhere, you know. Okay, we haven't seen that. Oh no. From a throw, we gave away the ball. Oh god, dude, you gotta work on your set pieces. Okay, cool the ball up. He's gonna go for the line there. He's gonna go for the line and then the low percentage play. Because when you play on cautious, the lone striker when it runs off is a low percentage play. Low percentage. This is AI generated counter. So you see a lot of players moving forward. That's because we have an AI generated counter. That's all. Means the key mentality for that split second just went to very attacking. I shit you not. This is part of the game. It's called an AI generated counter attack, where every duty goes on attack, and every role is on an attacking very attacking mentality. It only happens for that split second during that AI generated counter. After that, it just resets after the highlight. See how easy it is for them to work out their way out from a press. Okay, at least you got our players coming back, and then okay, all right, we're gonna go on. What is this now? Key highlights. Watch like the next few minutes. Try and put up your formation and then try and see what we can do. All right. Okay, so far we've been hanging on, unless this is meant to be a counter-attacking tactic. It might be. It might be a counter-attacking tactic. If it is a counter-attacking tactic, I question the rationale of just having that striker, this setup. Yeah, if it's a counter-attacking tactic, I would just say play like this with two strikers. Then you can turn this guy into like an attacking midfielder on attack. You can have this guy as a target for an attack. You can have this guy as an advance for an attack, right? If you want to make it a counter-attacking tactic. Because right now, much higher defensive line says you're committing the backline, this entire backline, to an attack transition. Okay, so cautious mentality, and they're still pressing, opens up the space because you got this pocket of space that they're gonna go through. See, they're opening up every time the guy is running through your lines. That comes from the press, and also the fact that you probably don't have a DM in that position, so they're running at you through the middle quite easily because they're finding the extra player. See? They're just getting the extra player in. So, I mean, double DLPs, I'm not a big fan of this. You can do like a CM on D to help this keep the ball. You can have a DLP. I will probably go libero on attack. So you get somebody bringing the ball up, and they're at least trying to release the passes. They got overlap left here. I'll probably just go wing back on attack. Because you got a DLP, he holds his position. You don't need the overlap. Right. So then you've got this wing back on support, throw to fullbacks. Yeah. Prevent short goalkeeper distribution, takes out 1, 2, 3, 4. Not needed. Okay. Distribute the center backs instead of fullbacks and roll it out. I would probably. You can actually use wide center backs here, or ball playing defenders with the instruction to stay wider. You know, they tuck in too much. So we just made a couple of tweaks, man. What would I like to see most for FM23? The same thing I've been saying for the last 10 years. A new set piece creator. The only thing I want from this game is a new damn set piece creator. I hate the set piece creator. I'm so like Excuse me, I'm so lazy when it comes to the set piece creator. I don't get any joy from the set piece creator. I just dislike it. Yeah. These kind of tactics, right? The backfire systems, they gotta be a bit more aggressive. They gotta be willing to bring the ball up. Otherwise, you end up defending a lot, right? We gotta, just cautious. This is a few things we have to. I mean, I'm literally gonna be changing this tactic around, man. Bring these guys will be in the house. Like, okay, we go white center back. Right, we'll just use a white center back on defense. We'll just use a white center back on defense here. And so these guys push up. At least they give us the width, right? They got these two roles. We'll just tell this guy to be like a ball-winning midfielder on defense. Yeah, all right, they go hold. Then got two anchors here. Then these two can launch up the pitch. All right. Now we're gonna raise the mentality to positive or balance. If you worry about balls coming over the top, yeah, you can do this, right? Okay. Make it harder for them to play through your lines. Of course, the libero now is a problem because the libero is actually these white centre backs are gonna leave a lot of space. So, if you are to play with a libero, you probably need a good player. But now we're getting the libero to give us a passing option out of defense that's not just the wing backs. Because right now we only have one passing outlet, which are the wing backs alone. And we just had Lorenzo sent off, man. Yeah. Create monthly training cycles. Maybe that might be a good option. Yeah. I think this tactic, you need to look at playing a 1-2 offset and then wing backs here with white center backs on defense. If you're too worried about this, we went libero with a ball winning midfielder and a DLP to give you an anchor because I'm not sure what kind of team you have. Right. You can play out a defense if you want. I would just go standard. And then if you want to do like a block, right? If you play with a high defensive line, much higher, these guys are going to be involved in the attacks. That happens when you shift up because they're going to be literally sitting in the opponent's third. Alright, so you do something like that, they'll be sitting in the opponent's third, trying to create something. I would probably end up doing something crazy like that if I'm like down to a man, like I'm down a man, right? So, we come in here, wing back. Oh wait, you're not much of a wing back. I'll play you as a wing back. Because you need these guys higher up the pitch, right? Because you're playing with 3 defenders already. So why are your wingbacks so like deep? Right? You want them to be a bit more aggressive. I'm the kind of guy that's, if I were to play a back three system, I probably end up using wingers as well. But here the weakness is always going to be this space here. How do you handle the space? Don't know if you have a libero. Alternatively, what you can do is just don't play like this. Just play like a anchor, right? Then play with 2 central defenders and play your system. Then you solve that. Because right now, the problem right now is when you want to set up a 3-man backline, you got to be aggro. You got to have you got to be very, very aggressive. We're just getting pummeled by Real Madrid after losing a player. So we're going to go to all only commentary now. We're not watching the goals. I would say that the tactic still is too defensive. Cautious mentality, the higher defensive line is just too risky. Yeah. I would actually, at a Total Tactics database that I created for you guys, I would actually try it out in the Total Tactics save and see what your tactic plays like. I don't think it's going to do well at all. Like the one that you sent, this tactic is never going to do well. Yeah. AF, AF, AM, these three guys are running away. You got this DRP and these two guys trying to hold their position. You got this, all your width is only coming from the wing backs, right? The only outlet are your wing backs. That's it. It's very, very high risk tactic, because if at any point you lose the ball, you're in trouble, because these three are not going to help you defend. This is you need to change it around, like massively. I probably, if you want to do that, you just play him like this. This is a much better tactic, because you hold the pocket, and they got two DLPs, and it'll become a much better tactic. And you just go on positive, and you play on a standard, and do this. And you play like this. Don't play short goalkeeper distribution. Just make those changes. You can even, in this setup, you can even take the risk of doing both these instructions. You basically just chucking these guys up. So what you end up having is a tree. This is what you end up in an attacking transition. You'll end up with this kind of an attack. And these two are anchoring defense, and you have these two. Of course, you leave space behind, but I mean, you want to play a back three, you're willing to do that, right? So then if you want to defend, you go back to this. Yeah. You want to chase a game, you can come up to here. Go with wingers. Why not? This can work. I mean, this whole space opens up. Yeah, that's true. It's going to be a big risk. But it's way better than doing this. Because right now, you've got this tree, you've got this whole gap, right? And you got nobody. You got these two guys holding. And they might be holding position, but you got no way of bringing the ball out. This is one of the reasons why when I play back threes, I'm always going to play either with I always play with a wide center back or a ball playing defender. But I will never play with three central defenders. Yeah. If you want to play, if you are playing with three central defenders and this is the best that you can do, then don't bother playing with this setup, because it's going to be a problem. That's my honest opinion. Yeah. Okay, so let's go and look at the other tactics. So we done these three. Now we go to Altamira. Then we load. Oops! I just ran past the tactic. 4-3-1-2 target man, and then 4-1. I seen SNG start. Yeah, I think we've already seen this tactic. Yeah. And this. Okay, we'll try this tactic first. The black machine. I have no idea what this is. Carlo Bianchi setup, but I can't. Yeah, those coaches gonna have pretty hard, man. Need to get a good. You try a 4-3-1-2 with 3 DMs. Wow, that's a damn deep 4-3-1-2, man. That means your wingbacks are flying wingbacks, I assume. And you're playing with Segundo Volantes on attack. You don't do something like that, right? Segundo Volante on attack, Segundo Volante on attack, wingback on attack, wingback on attack. And maybe even the guy in the middle could just be a Segundo Volante. Yeah. So you have those Volantes on attack. Yeah, that's how it's set up. 3 Segundo Volantes. Okay, this is a crazy ass tactic, man. Let's see. I don't know what it's supposed to do. AP on support. 4-3-1-2 with an offset. So you focusing play down the right. Mazzala. I mean, again, like when you do something like this, right? You're focusing play down one side. You want to attack the other side, but why is this guy a support duty? To score goals, then what's going to happen is you're going to wait forever to score a goal, because you're going to be you're going to have to camp. So when you do a focus play, the opposite side should have someone to attack the space. You have to have somebody attacking the space. If you don't have anybody attacking the space, you're going to struggle for goals, man. You can watch this right now. You might keep the ball really well, because with those three, bound to keep the ball for periods of time. You're not 35% still, 40% possession, 22 minutes. We haven't seen a shot on goal yet, which is worthy of a highlight. And the first highlight is the AI's highlight. Goes down. Once again, these are, we're looking at tactics which are against the AI, not against the human. Because against the human is a different setup. You can play tactics that are good against the AI, against the human, but more often than not, you come out with some wacky. Some of us, especially guys like me, will come out with wacky setups. This is because of a transition. It's not because you built up the ball in normal play. It's because the ball went in the air, second ball went into the air, right? And you're lucky enough that it landed in a spot where your player can take it into the box and, you know, get a penalty. Not because we created a very good goal scoring opportunity. We're back defending again. So let's carry on for a while. We're just going to tweak it slightly. I mean, I get the idea behind this tactic. We're just going to make small changes to it. All right, done. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to change this guy to an F9 or DLF on support, and then change this guy to an advanced forward. I'm going to shift this guy here a bit. Okay, that's it. Now we've got this player attacking this spot. We've got AP coming this way. In fact, you don't need double. We go with double AFs. Two of them now. AP with Mazzala, and then this guy can be a CM on attack. Let me think. Okay, we're gonna leave this guy as a Mazzala on support and turn this guy into a wingback. Yeah, it's gonna make the tactic a bit weaker now, because this guy comes out, so this wingback is gonna bomb down the pitch. We're gonna do mixed crosses as well. All right, roll it out and counter, and that's it. Okay, let's go. Slight change of the tactic only. Now we want to see whether we get any transitions that are ours. Okay, we got Mez and Lozano. Oh, we got the first highlight is ours, man. Now we got open play highlight. Just now we didn't get one, right? We did, but that was because of we saw a transitional event that led to the highlight. So why did I do this? Because now we've got, if I could have gone F9, but it just made this place a bit more of a big traffic jam in the area. So all I did was something simple. I mean, AF, you can use a pressing forward if you want, but the reason why I went AF is because AF will attack the space, goes wide, see, it goes into the channel, works with the AP, creates the movement pattern that we want, and then comes in for a goal scoring opportunity. That's what we want to see. We didn't get that in the first set of first set, right? The reason why we only want a few roles here. You can now go same thing, AF, right? But you turn this guy into a poacher. Now this guy will stay in the box. He won't go into the channel. So we can turn this guy into a pressing forward attack. What are we doing? We're using different roles now. The pressing forward attack is not going to move into the channels. If I'm not mistaken, this doesn't have moved in. Now neither one of those roles has moved into channels. There will be a problem now as a result of that, because we won't see that kind of like, oh, he's gone somewhere holding up the ball, that kind of thing. Now they got to pin the defenders down. Now we have another problem. We have to get up the pitch to score goals. So you have to be very careful of your role selection. So I went with the AF immediately, because double AFs are still okay, but this combination wasn't going to give us any goals, right? Because it's like, the guy holds up the ball, this guy is running off, so he's going to look to release him, and that's it, right? You've done a focus play, but you got all this space that you can take advantage of. All right, so we clear this slot. 4-3-1-2 target man, another one. Okay, I love B4-3-1-2s, man. Oh, yeah, you missed your Altamira. I just did Altamira. Man. Well, you can always. I think this show goes on a playlist, right? So it should be immediately available after the show. Don't worry. Yeah, that's why I put it on a playlist. Okay, 4-3-1-2 again. My favorite formation. You guys should know that by now. CM on attack. Okay, this is a very, very dangerous setup. When you put a CM on attack, is a good idea, but then you're using a ball-winning midfielder. All right, can be done. Okay, focusing play to the middle. I don't know what your setup is in width. I haven't seen your width yet. Can work. No, okay, narrow. Let's see what happens. It's a very direct CM on attack driven system, which is you want that CM to get into the box, right? So the idea here is when you set it up like that, right? This guy going, this guy going, this guy going. This entire flank is open. The corner happened here, right? It's because they attacked you down the same flank. This entire flank just gave up a corner. So we consider a goal because of this setup. Right? Even though we're attacking, we consider a goal because of that attacking setup. We can carry on watching. We are supposed to do that. We're supposed to Let your tactic play out for at least 45 minutes before we make recommended changes. Otherwise, you don't see what I'm trying to explain. So now you watch this, right? Again, the same problem, right? Exactly the same problem again. Down the same channel, we can see another goal. It's always going to happen. You know, it's always going to happen because this channel is always going to give you goals. It gives the opposition a chance to score a goal. So while you have gone attacking in that direction, the ball-winning midfielder is not enough because it's always a 2-on-1. Ball-winning midfielder cannot be in two places at the same time. So how do you fix this? Well, you fix this by removing one of the attack duties because you have to remember, right? This is a 4-3-1-2. Okay, this is a 4-3-1-2. It's got a lot of attacking options. So this is definitely not one of them. So you can go Mazzala on support. You wanna have this funky attack pattern? Yeah, we can. We can do 2 Mazzalas on support. I don't think you don't need close out more as much as you need this. You need this more. You don't need close out more. You need tackle harder more. You need them to commit to the tackle. Okay. Alright, so you got fullbacks on attack. You don't need all this, man. Okay. Alright, we got AM on attack, target, forward, and support. So what we're going to do with this guy is we're going to tell him target, forward, on direct. Okay. If anything else, he decides, I'm going to bypass the Mazzala. I'm just going to go to the target, man. Okay, alright. Alright. Let's go. That's what I would do. I would either set them as Mazzalas or a box-to-box midfielder. Okay, this is my priority, right, for 4-3-1-2. If I can, it's a Mazzala. Otherwise, it's a box-to-box midfielder. CM on support, I never use. No way. Unless I have the player is that good. But why would I want to use the CM on support? It's either I'm going up and down, which I know for a fact the box-to-box midfielders will do, or I can hold down a lead with a Carrello. So the Carrello doesn't go into the box, it just stays, it just shuttles the ball. So the fullbacks become the main emphasis. Okay. Alright, we're gonna change it slightly, give us another flavor. Okay, now what I want is just a wingback driven attack. So I go Carrello. Now I'm wingback attack. I don't care about the fullback nonsense. I just want these guys to dominate the flanks. That's when I have a wingback driven attack. Why did I choose wingback and not Mazzala? Because the Mazzala is still going to go into the box. So the wingback loses the box, I have a problem. The Mazzala is out of position. But with the Carrello, because the Carrello is not as aggressive, right? He doesn't go into boxes, so it becomes the safer option. So this could be like, hey, I really want a wingback based attack. Whereas if you use a fullback based attack, it's a bit more. There's a lot more variety in your attack patterns. This is like very simple attack pattern. This is like the most basic 4-3-1-2 you can think of. Yeah. So generally, if your wingback's not having a good game, this entire tactic will fall apart. Yeah. Alright. So, alright. Have we done? Is it on key highlights? Yeah, okay. See, it's still solid, right? Look at that. Wingback, guys. Wingback brings the ball forward. Simple. Nothing to it. So the problem with your tactic wasn't, it was all those attack duties. You said you can do it in any combination you want. We have to understand what the rules bring to the table. If you don't, you have issues. Oh man, this is like stupid goal to concede. Okay, never mind. Alright, let's do something else. Huh? The crazy ass, let's defend the lead. Nonsense. Okay, drop this. The counter press is actually the 4-3-1-2's biggest enemy, in my opinion. I mean, other people might disagree with me, but I think it is. Let's try this, right? Okay, let's try something very, very crazy. Alright, now I've got these two only attacking, and these two. Carrello. That's it, ball winning midfielder. I don't know if this is gonna work, man. It's just like you come hither and I hit you one. I hit one. Oh no, wait on. Did I put the? Yeah, I did. Come hither and I will attack you with a ball over the top. Yeah. Come to me, Daddy-O. If they attack, yeah, I'm hoping they work, man. Of course, it's a high risk move. I think it's still a high risk move. I say that once I see the highlight. Okay, go hustle. So this we're just defending and waiting for them to make a mistake. Okay, all right. Rui got the ball. He's gonna go again. This guy's gonna look like he can't run. Nice. Goes to Koulibaly. Koulibaly finds Fabian. Fabian finds Zielinski. Holds on. We're not stupid with the ball. Hey, he still got magic in the tactic, man. Okay. Osimhen, the wingback's giving us width. Comes it. Oh my goodness, did you see that move? The wingback was so wide, he can actually come into the box and he's still unmarked. So we have this anchor right in the middle of the park. It's just static, basically. So we're using the wingbacks only to move up the pitch. All right, next tactic. AJ Brooks, man, how are you doing, man? We're finishing the tactics already. Let me know how many more we got. We got only a few more tactics left. All right, we've done this. Oh, we haven't done Altamira yet. Altamira is the next one. Okay, we've done this. Now it's Altamira. Clear the slot. Now we add the other tactics left. Okay. Yeah. The last tactic is we done Black Machine, right? I think we did Black Machine. We're not doing SNG's tactic. We did SNG's tactic already. Alright, okay, we got two tactics now to look at. Hey, hang on. I just did this tactic, man. Did I do this tactic? Or was it a different tactic? Let me think. I don't think. Oh, yeah. This cavalry experiment was. We had to change it, right? This cavalry experiment was too weak. That is a different tactic. Mass, cast, CM on attack. Okay, alright. Okay, this is very bold and. Yeah. It can work. It's a bit risky. It is. I would admit it's a bit risky because using numbers to keep the ball. So this tactic is using numbers to block the lanes. It's using numbers to keep the ball. So your best friend is possession. If you don't see possession in this tactic, you have to make changes to your formation. Your best friend is possession. That's the thing. So if you see good possession numbers, means you're in the right place. But if you don't, you're in trouble. Because the Mezzala and the Carrello have to bring the ball up. Man, we can't get the ball up. You see, that's the second transition that we feel. See, every time you get the ball in defense, right, you got to work the ball up. If you cannot get the ball from defense to midfield, there's something wrong with the tactic. You got to go and change it straight away. 15 minutes already. 13 minutes, we still haven't got a chance to see any one of our highlights. We have a throw, okay. Once again, waiting for 45 minutes before we make a change. Go. Okay, I'm just gonna make one change, right? Second half, I'm only gonna make one change. Because this tactic, right, has got a big risk factor. You need to keep the ball. That's the only problem. Oh, I get where this tactic is coming from. Focus play down the left, focus play down the right, and this guy's gonna score you quite a lot of goals. I can see that, right? I can see what's happening with this tactic. The problem is, if you don't keep the ball, you lose the game. Part of me doesn't want to change the tactic. You don't need this. You definitely don't need to press like crazy, man. Yeah, I'm gonna take a chance, right? I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna remove this. There's no point doing prevention with this vision. You're just opening these 4 lanes up. And I won't counter press, just counter. That's it. I'll just counter and not counter press. I just make this into a solid counter attacking deck. Yeah, it makes sense because then it's a 2-prong attack, right? Yeah. But what we want to do now is we want to get our players to hold their positions and just not give up the space. That's it. Bang. Okay. Much sweeter now. Pressing, I'm a big anti maximum pressing guy. I know a lot of people do it. I'm so anti that. I like to keep I'm the kind of person that likes to keep the shape of my tactic. I'm not okay, in that sense, I'm not a Jurgen Klopp kind of guy, no. Jurgen Klopp is, we chase the ball. That's Jurgen Klopp. Chase, I don't care what happens, you just chase. I'm not. I'm more like, I only chase the ball when it makes sense. Like, they make a mistake, I want to chase, I want to bounce and counter press and win the ball back. And that's what you get when you don't check that instruction. So nice. They can't get the ball. They can't even get to the ball. It's simple. It's so much more easier now to play this. Like, no risk, man. Bang. Again, they can't get the ball. Bang. They're trying to get to the ball, they can't get the ball. I just tweak this. Altamira, I want to keep this. I like this tactic. Where do I put this? I want to keep it for myself. I want to try it a bit more. I know I did one more tactic just now. I don't know where it is. I'm recently playing with back 5 systems. Because on the FM playoffs, right, I'm going to be using a back 5 system. I'm planning to use a back 5 system in the FM playoffs, which is going to be totally insane. Right. I'm planning an all attack duty back 5. I don't care if it's going to work or it doesn't. I don't care if it's going to work or not, right? I just want to have fun. Yeah. That's why I've got a very stiff drink waiting for me. I'm gonna use something to be. I'll be on painkillers, liquid painkillers for that game because I'm gonna just have fun. I might lose 7-0, 8-0, 10-0. I don't care. I just want to have a good laugh. You don't have to press. You don't have to press like a mad. This 4-2-3-1 deep, nice. Don't change it. You don't have to change this. Maybe this guy becomes a ball. Okay, this guy becomes a ball playing defender. 100% this one is a ball playing defender. You need the carry. Because of Volante, play a ball playing defender. At least you got a combination now to release the ball. That's it. Other than that, I wouldn't change the tactic. Yep. Say a good tactic. It's a nice tactic. Okay, another one that I want to keep. I'm too lazy to make tactics. I see a tactic I like, the formation, the logical side to it. I'm making a modification, make it mine. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Let's see now. Let's go. All right. We just made one modification, ball playing defender. That's it. Other than that, it should work. Yeah. All we need to do with this tactic is make sure that we keep the ball. So all you got to do, DLP and Volante 100% works. But because the AM is on support duty, he's occasionally going to be this position. So we need this wing back to do the carry. So he's doing the carry. And then go inside forward, yeah. If you want to make it even more aggressive, what you do is you can ask your wing backs to, you can tell them to cut it. Wait, hold on. Is it possible? He's a support, right? Okay, good. So you can okay, we can just tell him to be inverted wing back. You got doubles, right? You got double. This is okay. Now he's an inverted wing back on support. In fact, we just tell him to go on attack, man. Okay, go on attack. Okay. So he's just gonna. It's now a very aggressive setup because some person here is becoming experimental. I'm just itching. I'm itching to tweak this. Okay, all right. So I just gave you an option, right? So now we go and add the underlap. Okay, that's it. Pulls out the ball. This guy's got he's gonna be a choo-choo train coming through here with the volante. It's like a two-prong attack, man. It's a bit dangerous. Yes, it's a bit dangerous. Of course it is. Yeah, we always have fun with tactics, right? So now he's gonna choo-choo through on the inside. Of course, you can play the overlap as well if you want. Then, oh no, they almost scored a goal. Okay, let's just do overlap. See what happens. Okay, you can also do the overlap, but then he acts like a regular wingback, going around the wingers. So those are things, but I would change this tactic. This tactic is fine on its own. Yeah, I just felt like I needed to tweak something. Oh, work ball into box as well. You can have that with this tactic. I know sometimes I tell people not to use it. I don't mean don't use it. This tactic doesn't do well with hit early cross. No, it does better with work ball into box because you got double DMs. You got to wait until they get into the box, right? If they don't get into you don't bring the ball here. These two have to bring the ball up. So you either have wingbacks on attack, as in they are the ones playing those early balls, and then you have these strong, tall, inverted wingers, right? See, if you want to do the hit early cross like this, then what you need is these two guys have to be very, very strong. So then you go wingback on attack, like wingback on attack. I mean, you got double DMs anyway. Why be shy? Okay. The only problem is then you can't cross them deep, right? Okay. Then if you go to wingback on support, take more risk, direct, cross them deep, in far post, make down one. Go to this guy. Wingback on support. Let's tweak him now. Take more risk, direct, cross them deep. Yeah, okay. Yeah. If you wanted to sit narrow, you can also do that. Then it just comes into this pocket. Now we do the overlap and the overlap. Oh no, hang on a minute. Underlap. Possible. Can work. Okay. Alright. Higher line of engagement, press. Oh, this is asking for this. Okay. Alright, let's go. So what I've done is I made it more aggressive. Of course, I need to do this. I forgot to remove that. Yeah. So I forgot to remove shoot on side. I think your tactic is shoot on side. Register and DM support. I mean, we are not playing very well. Register and DM on support. Yeah, it is. You can use a lot of combinations, but this holding position, volante, we need to reduce the gap, man, between the two. It's not working. Hit early cross, you gotta work ball into box. Low cross, you gotta bring the ball up the pitch. Yeah. We're getting hammered by Union Berlin. That is bad. Volkshammer is a OP, really. This guy is just punching us, man. I've never ever seen this player before. They've taken him off just when we are trying to understand him. The guy is he's strong, man. He just single-handedly walloped us. Okay. Nah, they're just going long. DLP is not very your friend at the moment. Yeah. I mean, the tactic can work, but it's gonna take a bit more tweaking. Let me think about it. Inside forward attack. These wingbacks will come out of the pitch. These guys are too far forward. The tactic, we need this guy to move. Okay, all right. This only works if like poacher inside forward only works when you have active. You're playing higher up the pitch. Now you need these guys to be moving around. Advanced forward, inside forward. You can actually get support, right? Inverted winger on support. You can drop a bit deeper on the side of the volante. So if this guy becomes like an inverted winger on support, dropping down this way, at least then you have this option, right? So you don't have to wait too long. This guy will drop and give you an early out. Otherwise, you depend on these wing backs to cover a lot of ground. So I would just turn him to inverted winger here. Aim and support is okay, but you need a player that has that does a lot of has very high work rate, right? So that he will drop back and go up and down to help you out. But this is how I set it up. Inverted winger, volante, wing back, inside forward, and advanced forward. Okay, let's see if there's any more. Oh, we got a few more, man. Okay. So we done all these tactics, right? So we only got this left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Haha, draft tactics. Guys, draft tactics are different, man. Hey, you gotta show me a draft tactic. Extract files. What is wrong with me today, man? Okay. Load. 55. Okay, BK's draft 343. White midfielder, CM attack, inverted wingback, volante. It's not bad. It's not bad tactic. I know, the guy scored a few goals past me, man. They're bloody annoying. Okay, let's take a look at these next few tactics and see how we gonna make them work. Okay, this looks fine. I don't see any issue with this idea. White midfielder, volante, inverted wingback coming this way, sitting in this hole. CM goes this way. He holds his pocket, so you got this 5 here. With a libero pushing up, wide midfielder. It's a very good tactic, man. Very nice. Very well thought out. But the spaces, right? But against the AI, asymmetric is, let's see how it does. This guy's gonna go 4-2-3-1. Because this is a draft tactic, man. I don't play, I normally don't like to play against the AI draft tactics to find out how your draft tactics do. Because most draft tactics, they are set up for humans. The way the humans set up their tactics. So certain tactics, they may not, they won't, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't judge it here. But if I were to look at a tactic alone and say, okay, is this tactic any decent? I mean, it does attack all the channels that we want it to go through, like the 5 channels, right? But I just can't judge it based on the AI, man. The humans don't play like this. When we play against the AI, we play very differently. I definitely don't like that. I only like mixed, this tactic. Yeah, you're gonna get, I mean, the tactic in itself looks good for AI, but against against humans in PvP, I recognize this as your PvP tactic. I probably wouldn't use this against the AI. CM on attack going this way. I have a similar setup. Inverted wingback coming this way. White centre back, libero coming this way. White midfielder here. Yeah. See, looking at just a transition, right, to build the play up from the back. Then you get the player free. I mean, the way I look at it, it's semi-decent. I mean, look at the transitions itself. There's not many people play a regular 4-2-3-1 like this, right? That's the second chance we've had. I wouldn't change. I mean, this is for draft mode, I reckon, BK. Right? Yeah. So I probably wouldn't. I mean, I for one don't play this kind of tactics against the AI. There are some draft tactics I use against the AI, but they're very similar. Okay, if I wanted to use this against the AI, I'd probably have you on attack, and I'll have you as a defensive winger. Okay, now it's a different setup. And give a bit more push, and then I would underlap the right. Turn you onto white center back on attack. I know it's a bit crazy, yeah, but I'll get the other. Oh man, yeah. It's crazy, man. Look at that. I seen this happened yesterday in draft, right? It happened yesterday in draft mode, no? Somebody conceded a goal just like that. I mean, I would leave it for this setup for draft mode. Yeah. White centre back, inverted wing back going this way. Defensive winger here and a volante through the middle. Yeah. Then bang. This guy tight. Yeah, only thing I don't like is this. No. Okay. And this. Okay. I'm literally only defending with, I'm literally defending with only one defender right now. That white centre back on the left side. The others are just running up the pitch. Then I'm using one defensive winger to anchor one side of the pitch. So we get this guy. Hold position. Okay. Yeah. That's how I would tweak your tactic like that. I don't know if you saw it just now, but small changes to your tactic. Like for example, I mean I know this is a draft tactic. I mean, I probably would do something like this. Here, defensive winger on support, and I would add a hold position. Then I will release these two from behind. And then add an underlap. To hold this guy is the widest, right? This guy goes in all the way. And this guy goes out. So you got these two coming in from deeper positions. It means that you have a lot of flexibility with this role. Alright, so let's see the other tactics. Phenomenon halftime. Okay, 4-1-3-2. A tactic after my own heart. All right, Augsburg. All right, here we go. All right. I'm not dog. No. Okay, we play this tactic. Okay, this asking to get. I'm asking to lose this game. We just play the first couple of minutes, first 45 minutes, then we see what happens. 4-1-3-2, you play like this, you're gonna concede goals. Like asking, I mean, just because somebody said CM on attack is a very great role, doesn't mean that you put CM on attack, 2 CM on attacks, and you get a very, very great CM on attack situation. No. You're just asking to work the ball from... You're asking for players to do the runs from midfield on their own against other formations. No, man. Except for the perfect 5-channel attack, just come for the Palemo stream. I did the perfect 5-channel attack already. With a Palemo in the first season. That was the tactic. The perfect 5-channel attack. I had all 5 channels attacking. And then the other one is Galileo. The Galileo's got a 5-channel attack as well. Yeah. Okay. We got to go from a throw-in, right? I mean, this match. Augsburg. CM on attack, DLP holding out the ball, fullback on defense, fullback on attack. This is just like you're asking. I mean, so far he's playing well, so I should shut up. Instead of looking for flaws in the tactic. I mean, it just, tells me how much I know. CM on attack, fullback on attack. Because the thing is here, right? The fullback's on defense. Right? See, they're on defense. Pass the ball, CM drives, gives it to the rest, CM was driving. Then you've got the DLP anchoring, then you're moving through the middle. I mean, okay, the problem with this tactic is when you meet a 4-3-3. We're playing a 4-4-2, which is the reason why we're getting through. But if you meet a 4-3-3, you'll have problems. Because then you can't do that, right? So then every time you drive through the middle, you're going to get caught up. So what I would do in that case is play at F9 here. Play an F9. Then you get a lot of like crazy movement. That's all you do. Just make it, turn this row into F9. Because if you're playing like a 4-3-3 DM system, then if this guy becomes an F9, then this CM on attack is CM on attack, this DLP is anchoring, this ball winning midfielder is anchoring. But you're always going to be vulnerable to, I don't think, I mean, crossing into the box is still a problem, man. No, you don't need this. You don't need this. This is not necessary. Yeah. Okay. See, that's a problem with the CM on attack, DLP, right? You don't get second balls. If the goalkeeper clears the ball, you might have a problem, which means that we are going higher. We are going all the way, baby. Hey, you want to play like this, might as well go all the way, right? Because you're not winning the second ball. You might as well just park your fullbacks in your opponent's third. Yeah, I would say this is not bad. I mean, I would just go change this to F9. And if you end up in a situation where you have to like apply even more pressure, right? You can afford to do this, but remove this and remove this. You might have to play with the offside trap. It could work. It could work. DRP holding, this guy trying to win the ball. This two shuttling, and then this guy becomes an F9. Something like that. Yeah. Could work. Just a small tweak. Hey shit, no more loading. Altamira just doesn't want to go away. We've done Altamira already. Okay, La Wolp 442. Tenet version 1. Nice. Okay, good. I mean, it's not bad. I do think it can be a bit more aggressive. Think about me, these 4-2-2 DM systems, either they're crossing beasts, right? Either they're crossing monsters with players that can cross the ball. I mean, with strong players in the air. Or you are a very attacking setup. Meaning, you got like attack duties overlapping, you got players running. So that's the way I would set it up. Do you ever do a video? Yeah. What is it? Liquid. Yeah, from FM 19. That was all support duties. So looking at the setup right now, this tactic is fairly defensive, right? So still creating a lot of chances, which is good against certain setups. Simple, right? They couldn't score the goal. So sad. Actually, I wouldn't change anything here, man. Maybe if you want to, this guy can be like a F9 or a target man on support. Your pressing 4 is fine to hold up the ball, right? He'll hold up the ball. This inverted winger, he'll just pass it to the inverted winger. It's actually a cheap role, but you could also go with target man on support as well. You drop a bit deeper, and then because he drops a bit deeper, he'll lay it off to the inverted winger a bit earlier. Nice ball. It runs forward. Supervisors a corner. I wouldn't change this, man. I mean, like minimal changes to this, man. Most I just go, I'll try this target forward, and if I wanted to, I'll just come in here. I'll tell this joker to aim for the target forward. That's it. Small changes. Don't need too many big changes to this tactic. But these tactics are very they can be quite crossing centric. That's about it. Because you need like these guys, they get blocked, then they look to cross. When these guys get blocked, they look to cross. That's about it. But other than that, it's solid, man. It's not bad. But I wouldn't win like a lot of games, like 4-0, 5-0. Right? You could if you had really good players, but you can try it on this database. You know, holiday mode, like the whole season, and see how your tactic does. Is the plan to release? Yeah, release a total tactics tester every year for you guys. I mean, if I have the community support, 100%. if they're still around. Because I didn't do it myself. I came up with the template and said, this is how I would, how I do my tactics testing. So I asked them to help me out and create a save where we could replicate or simulate as much of it as possible. Because I knew in the back of my head, I figured it was possible. I just didn't have the technical skill set to create such a save, right? Because there are some elements to that save we have to achieve. So I set the parameters and I say, I think we need this. Then I bounced the idea off a couple of guys who thought it was a good idea. I bounced it off someone in SI as well. So yeah, generally I think it can help. It's been shared quite a lot of times now. So yeah, I definitely created with the view that in the future people might want to try it out for their own tactics. Okay, now as you notice, right, we kind of fell apart, right? Tactic. So pass into space only works if you got space. Otherwise, this tactic just gives the ball back to the opponent. So what I would do with this tactic is sometimes I'll uncheck all this. And this is one of those times where you want to try and win the ball back and try and bring the ball forward, right? Okay, so this is the most I would do, go higher defensive line. It's because these two guys are very close. You're probably going to get the ball over the top syndrome quite a lot. So I'll probably go Volante on attack, wing wide midfielder. Maybe this guy can be a bit more mobile, a regista. Here's a DLP or a roaming playmaker, so he's actually keeping up. Here's a DLP on support, he's just going to hold his position. So when the ball comes over the top, there are going to be a few players going for this, so you might run into some trouble. So this is fine. And the wide midfielder Volante coming up. Now you see this offset here. It's nice, right? Target forward working with the inside inverted winger, but I mean, what we can do here is we can actually tell this guy to be like an inverted, maybe a wing back on attack. Yeah, I think he's already wing back on attack, right? But instead of stay wider, we're going to tell him to sit narrower. I want him to come into this channel, and then we can tell him to wing back on support cut. Wing back on auto. Do we have one? I think we have wing back auto. Oh, you dirty dogs. You took it away. SI. Okay, never mind. Sit narrow is fine. Okay. So you gotta sit narrower instead of stay wider. This guy is gonna sit narrower. Okay, alright. Okay, I get what you've done. So you sit narrow here. Here we'll tell him to sit wide. Yeah, stay wider. Makes sense. Attack duty. Okay. So this guy goes around here. Goes around this player, so he's gonna hold up, and then we get a chance to cross early if they run into a block. So we also tell him to go a bit direct and take more risk with the passing. Okay, now if I wanted to push, right, that's what I would do with a tactic like this, because I gotta bring it up high up the pitch. There are other ways of doing it as well. The wide midfielder, you can turn him into a winger. I've done it many times. Winger. See, we got a highlight straight away. If I want to push, because you will always need to push with this tactic. If you concede a goal, you have to come up with a plan. How am I going to get a goal? Because you're going to be too deep. So you need to push. You got to get this regista up. You got to get the volante up. And you got to get one of the, especially this is the most important rule. This has to go up. Because he is the one that's going to do the cross diagonal to the inverted winger, right? So this is your crossing monster here. This is not your crossing monster. This is your scoring monster, right? This is your crossing monster. So you want to make them work together. Yeah. Right. Let's see if we got any more tactics to look at. These are all the tactics that we did. John and Jahid's Lavop, right? That was the one you just did. Okay, I think we got one more tactic. We did Lavop, and then we did Phenomenon. We've done this. We haven't done Tenet. Okay. F9. Insert 4, insert 1, -1, PM, DOP, support. Okay, fine. All support duties, right? Okay. What I'll do with all support duties. Yeah, we'll play the game. I'll explain more. You're gonna see the highlights first. I was about to remove a team instruction, but if you don't see the game, you won't see what I mean. Look who scored against you. It was always somebody. Minsky, Caputo, is it? Okay. All right. Let's go. Okay. All support duties. There's going to be one problem in all support setup here. But you can either play high up the pitch to try and win the game. There's nothing wrong. I mean, I have an all support duty tactic as well. It can work. But you got to be worried about counter pressing. Yeah. You just worry about counter pressing. That's all. What we're doing is we're looking for the first transition that tells us we got a big problem. Okay. But we're only looking for that transition where we have the ball, we move and we lose the ball. Like we lose the ball, right? So we didn't see a counter press happen, so that's not too bad. They immediately attacked us. Okay. Nice. Not bad. Okay. Add shorter passing to every player. Come in here, I'm going to give everybody a shot. Short. Even him. Sure. Except for these two. Go even narrow. They'll come together. But you got these guys. These guys stay wider. Okay. I don't know if it's gonna work, man. Immobile. Oh, Immobile. Immobile is the... Ah, man. Okay, so take out the... Don't do what I just did. Passing shorter. I thought it'd be funky to try it out, but no. They immediately, Liverpool pressed me. Look at that. Boom. Idiot Koulibaly gave the ball away. So because Koulibaly, what's he? Ball playing defender. Ball playing defender. Yeah. Right. The central defenders will always pass to the DLP. Alright. Almost always they'll give the ball to the DLP. So if you don't want that to happen, oh man, we can see a second goal. So much for my changes, man. Super fluid tactics. And I'm gonna uncheck everything. Roam, hole. Ay. Okay, we wanna change this, okay? All right. Let's see a different setup. I have a different setup. Instead of a whole position, I'm gonna go use a roaming playmaker. And the whole position is actually going to be in midfield. Missed the penalty again. Okay. So we just made some changes, right? Right, okay. I just changed the configuration in central midfield. So the holding is not in front of the goalkeeper. Oh, that's end to end, man. Nothing I can say about that goal, man. That goal is a good goal. See this guy. Okay, we have to go back to basics, man. It's like, okay. All right. Back to basics. Instead of wingbacks dribbling, use fullbacks. No one wants Koulibaly. Huh? That's why he's still at Napoli. Napoli probably want to get rid of him. We got a bit solid with fullbacks instead of wingbacks. Yep. Yeah, so I mean I have a few. We're losing the ball too much, right? So this is much better. Now we're keeping the ball. Except, yeah, we're not finding the passes. That's the only problem. See, there's a lot of like playmakers here now. I know what you want. You want a very fluid, funky tactic, right? So you got to be very careful with this role, and you have to play with ball playing defenders. I'm very certain that when I create Liquid, right, I didn't use central defenders. It was ball playing defenders as well. That's much better. Well, I went with roaming playmaker, box to box midfielder, and Mazzala. I want to make sure that they can pass the ball. Yeah, you got space. Yeah, another one. Much better, no? Last night's game, we had two different Liverpools. First half, one Liverpool showed up. Second half, another Liverpool was playing. It's very annoying, but it was very entertaining. Watching the game was very annoying in first half. I missed the first half, right? Because I think I was streaming. And then, I don't remember. I think I was streaming or taking part in a draft, one or the other. And then I was able to see the second half of the stream, or rather, the second half of the game. Yeah, this is much better. Use fullback, roaming playmaker, Mazzala, box to box, inside for F. Right? If you want this total flowing tactic, right, which is something that you're after. Because the wingbacks are gonna dribble, and then if you have all these support DTs, they lose the ball. The idea is when you have a lot of support DTs, you want them to move the ball around quickly. That's what we want to see. See, the fullback is still high up the pitch, and then your counter pressing is actually your enemy right now, because you're so fluid, right? The boys are trying to win the ball back by counter pressing, and they open themselves up. So we don't do that. We don't do regroup, yeah, but we don't want them to counter press at every single opportunity. Yeah, big change. Because Jota wasn't listening to instructions. That's why he was taken off. Oh, Jota was taken off because he wasn't playing to instructions. Yeah. Klopp wanted them to play in the half spaces. They weren't playing in the half spaces, so Klopp took him off. That's it. That was the basis of the report, right? I read yesterday when they interviewed Klopp. Apparently, he asked his assistant, how many times can you find me an example of them following my instructions in the first half? He said no. They went to check all the video footage for them. At halftime, is exactly what I told them. So, I mean, okay, honestly, you're going to do a full support thing like that. It's not going to be easy. There I go. See, inside for you might as well just do the whole. I would just go the whole full Monty, man. No attack duties. The full Monty. I forgot. No, you have attack duties. Yeah, I didn't realize you had attack duties. I thought it was all of them. No. I would do this. Okay. Underline on that. This is what I will do. I will play a full support. I won't have like one or two, but everyone is on support duty. But I'll add the underlap. And you can actually afford to remove Be More Expressive. And remove the counter press. Because counter press is not your friend in this deck. Alright, so you have this full setup. And then here will be roaming playmaker. This will be a box to box or Mazala. Again, no Mazala here. This will be ball playing and this will be ball playing. You want ball playing defenders because you need everybody to be able to bring the ball out. Yeah. And then these players, you tell them to stay wider. Tell them to stay wider like this. Then you should play a lot better. Yeah. You can't play defensive in this game. Yeah, of course you can. I mean, I'm not talking about defensive mentality. I mean, I'm talking about this defensive. I've done it a few times already, but you have to know what you're doing, right? So sometimes play our defense, you want to keep possession. Right, this is still defensive. I mean, you can often go to balance. Of course, I won't play this setup as a defensive tactic. It's asking for suicide. You make the tactic as structured as possible if you want to be on defensive, right? So this one can be changed to, the support duty is just now, right? You have to play them as fullbacks. Don't play them as wingbacks. Fullback on attack. And then I'll turn this guy into a winger on attack. Turn this guy into an advanced ball on attack. Turn this guy into inverted winger on support, coming on this way, halfback. Okay, this guy can be a centre mid if you don't attack. Okay, done. This guy can be a fullback on defense. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this can be a easy counter attack. Can be set up to counter attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. This guy comes here and then does the early set for the. Yeah, okay, that's it. You can drop this down to about cautious as well, but the more important thing is this. This is more important. You don't want. I mean, a lot of people do this. I don't get it. Yeah, if a lot of people are doing this, trigger press martial art, they're thinking this is going to make them more defensive. Actually, it just opens them up. Yeah. So you can do this. You can play defensive. I've done it so many times, even on streams, man. So I want to hold on a lead. Sometimes I do this, and then all I do is I play cautious and then more direct passing, early crosses, and shit. This is how you play counter-attacking football in Football Manager. You don't want to give them space. I don't understand why people have high pressing when they want to do counter-attacking. Like, if you want to do counter-attacking, you're basically what you're trying to do is you want to hold your shape. You don't want to chase down the ball. Chasing down is Gegen pressing, where you have players chasing. This is Gegen. This is like running and chasing the player for the ball. So this is the opposite, right? So here is like they're still pressed, but this is the entire opposite. This is where you tell your players, okay, I want you to hold your position as far as possible. Only press when an opportunity presents itself. Like if the player loses the times his pass or whatever, you step in then. So this holds their position. Yeah. Real Madrid versus Man City. Real Madrid versus Man City. Real Madrid are going to beat Man City tonight. That's my prediction. And then it'll be a Real Madrid and Liverpool final. The defeat to Real Madrid for Man City will somehow or another trigger a cascading reaction in City where they go on to lose their first league game in a long time because the players will be shattered. Pep Guardiola will be shattered. He'll be demoralized because he's outthought himself in the semi-finals of the Champions League yet again. And then the Prince will show up, adding more pressure on that squad because the Prince is going to show up tonight. They travel, to Real Madrid. The Prince is on a jet plane there. He's going to sit down with the boys and say, you have to do this. He's there to give them a pep talk. So as a result of all the pressure, Pep Guardiola he starts to over-process the situation. He comes up with all the plans and Benzema strikes them for 2 goals tonight. Yes, Man City will be undone at the one and only Santiago Bernabeu. That is my prediction for tonight. Man City to lose. It'll be a Real Madrid-Liverpool final where Mo Salah will try to extract his revenge. Because there's poetry there. You see poetry in Man City beating Real Madrid. And it's a very, very narrow lead against a team that has been in the finals of the Champions League more times than Manchester City. More times than Manchester United. More times than Liverpool. More times than Barcelona. Okay. It's gonna happen, man. Mark my words. I have this big feeling that it's gonna happen. Benzema is currently in the form of his life. And the thing is that they have it's his last chance, right? I reckon. Yeah, to sort it out. Where did Salah last score? Salah doesn't need to score. Doesn't need to score. He scored a few weeks ago, I think. In the Champions League, I have no idea, man. I have no idea. But we don't need Salah to score. We just need Benzema to score tonight. A few times. I will be cheering for Benzema all the way. Tonight, I will wear the colors of Real Madrid. Only for 90 minutes of my life. Just because Man City is an English side does not mean I'm going to support an English team. No. I stop supporting. At the moment I see Raheem Sterling running around there with his blue jersey, no way, man. And they're beginning to look like pomp. You know those how do I put it? Doesn't City look like a pomp team? Right, you know? They look better off like walking down a fashion parade. Look at Jack Grealish and the way he ties up his hair. He looks like he should be on Men's Vogue. Raheem Sterling and his flailing arms when he runs. I always found that very cute. Hey baby, I can't wait. Yes, I'm knocking Man City all the way for the night. I am knocking Man City all the way. The Prince will show up prior to the game and he's gonna. Okay, because then Pep is gonna come up. Oh man, what do I do? Pep is gonna go. Okay, now this is what Pep's team talk is gonna be. Boys, this is what you do. When the ball goes to this position, I want you to go there. Okay, I want you to turn left, take 2 steps to your right. Now you come the other side, you stand 3 steps to his left, and then when the ball comes this way, I want you to control it with your left foot, you know, and turn it exactly 45 degrees before you make the pass. The boys are going to be confusing them. They're going to be confused. Yeah. Correct. And then Sterling is going to run like a all the way again, and you're going to run into a brick wall again. It's going to happen, I'm telling you. And you think Real Madrid is going to be nice? The first thing they're going to do when they come to the Santiago Bernabeu is this. Welcome to the stadium. Crunch. Somebody's going to be stretched off. That's what they do. Welcome to our house. One leg broken. Season over. Yeah, Real Madrid they know how to play. They got the beneath the stadium, right? They've got sepulchral setups beneath the stadium. You hear sepulchral sounds of the tombs of all the former great Real Madrid players that haunt the ground. Okay, they will feel the presence of these players when they take to the field. Bang, City will lose. You know, Robert was funny, but Raheem Sterling takes the cake for me. I mean, he's got the most. I don't know. Whenever I see Raheem Sterling running, right, I can't stop laughing. I can't. I just don't know how anybody runs like that. I mean, you know, if he can keep his arms to the side, he probably run even faster. This is like doesn't do much for the aerodynamicness of his run. I don't know how I mean, I've never seen a man move with so many joints when he's running. Okay? I don't know, man. It's just going to be funny. I just can't wait. Tonight is going to be a fantastic match. And I probably lost like half the viewers on the stream as well. Yeah. So I thank everybody for coming on today's stream. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys very, very soon. You guys stay safe. Take care of each other. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Hey, be good to each other.